Stop right there! I finally got you. Now I'm going to teach you a lesson.
Jack, come inside the house. I want to talk to you. Come and sit down. Why were you chasing that dog? What harm had it ever done to you?
Grandpa, it's just a dog. Does it really matter what I do with it?
Why do you think that way? All creatures are God's creation. The trees, the animals, and us. Let me tell you a story so you understand that the dog you're speaking of isn't as worthless as you think. Many years ago, I was brought to this city as a worker.
As a servant?
Those who needed workers for their gardens or their palaces came toward us. Among them was a man who walked arrogantly through the crowd, his mocking laughter grating on the ears. He approached me and chose me to work in his garden. The man who owned this very garden. I worked for him for a long time, but one day, everything changed. I was eating my lunch, a piece of bread that could barely fill one person. At that very moment, something caught my attention. I saw one of the garden dogs looking at me. I felt ashamed by the dog's pleading gaze, so I walked toward it, tore off a piece of my bread, and gave it to the dog. I couldn't bear for the dog to go hungry while I was full, so I sat beside it. With every bite I took, I gave one to the dog as well. Just as the bread finished, I noticed a man standing at the garden gate, watching me from a distance. He asked permission to enter, and I invited him in. Please, come inside. The man walked toward me, and I instinctively rose to my feet. He asked,
"Why did you give the bread to the dog and not keep some for yourself?"
I told him everything. He asked,
"Who is your master?"
I replied, "My master is Ibn Uthman." He asked,
"Who does this garden belong to?"
I said, "It belongs to my master." Then he made me swear to remain there until he returned. So I waited. After a while, he came back toward me. I stood up. He turned to me and said,
"I have bought this garden for you. You are no longer the servant of Ibn Uthman. From now on, work in your own garden."
I was so overwhelmed with happiness that I began to weep. Now do you understand? Do you see the story behind this garden? Do you realize that you are responsible for your actions in this world and for the way you treat the very creatures you are hurting today? You will see the consequences of your deeds, good and bad, in this world and in the hereafter. Go ask Almighty God for forgiveness for harming that dog, and take it some food.
I will, Grandfather. I promise. By the way, Grandfather, who was the man who set you free?
He was Imam Hasan, the son of Imam Ali, and the second Imam of the Muslims.